A complaint was filed. This has to be fixed.
Please, one more fine and I lose my home.
This isn't neglect. It's medical debt. Then this isn't about code.
I did not stop because the grass was tall or because the house looked abandoned. I stopped because the man standing at the edge of the porch looked like he had already lost everything except the ground beneath his feet. He was in his 70s, thin shoulders bent forward, one hand gripping the railing as if it was the only thing keeping him upright. This house had been his for over 40 years. The place where he raised his children and watched his wife slowly disappear under hospital lights and medical machines. She had cancer. Medicare helped, but it did not cover everything. The bills came anyway. Copay medications, equipment after she passed. The debt stayed, letters arrived every month with words he did not fully understand, foreclosure default. Final notice. He sold his tools, he sold furniture, he was trying to sell his old pickup next. The yard became the last thing he could control. His knees were weak. His vision blurred. The slope near the sidewalk grew uneven and slick, and someone reported it as a safety hazard. The city sent a warning, then a deadline that was the morning I showed up to cut the grass when he stepped outside. He did not argue or complain. He lowered his voice and asked if I could please not file any report, said he was trying to save the house. That was when a city patrol car pulled up. The officer stepped out calmly, clipboard in hand, explaining that a complaint had been filed and that the property needed to meet safety code. The man nodded over and over, eyes fixed on the ground. He explained that the medical debt from his wife's treatment was the reason the bank was already threatening to take the house. He said if another fine came, he would not survive it. Voice cracked when he said this was the only place where his wife ever felt at peace. The officer listened, quiet now, looking past the tall grass at the small porch and the worn front door. Nothing about the situation was criminal, but everything about it felt unfair, standing there between city rules and a man who had already paid more than anyone should. I realized this yard was not the real problem, was the last thin line between a grieving husband and the street. And I wondered how many people would walk past a moment like this without ever knowing what it costs to stay standing.